Alright, y'all. I know it has been a minute. I really wanted to get a video out to y'all today, but I didn't want to force it. I was like, yo, if it come to me, it come to me. And my fault, I'm a little congested. But I made a new Instagram, right? I feel like this video is gonna be about like overthinking and new beginnings. I feel like that's where my mind is at right now. But I made a new Instagram account, right, a while ago, and I had planned to delete this current account. And since this is my YouTube, I could go into more detail too, actually. So the reason why I wanted to delete this account is because I made this account when Instagram was created. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know when Instagram was made, but like all those years ago, I was a way different, you feel me, person. Different. I was a child, different state of mind, you feel me? I was focused on women, um, looking good, like getting fly, like, you feel me? Like, and I kind of put everything else on the back burner. You feel me? Like I felt like I was just like watering myself down, in a sense. And you feel me? So my Instagram represented that. Like, I mean, I have worked on it the past couple of years with like removing people and just like removing a lot of women that I don't know, that I don't interact with, and just a whole bunch of things like that. And that helped, you feel me, for sure. But I just felt like that Instagram, just the energy it carried from, you know all those years ago until now, and then as well as having a lot of people that I feel like that I knew that I don't know, or that don't support me, or I in turn don't support them, or necessarily, I wouldn't say don't support them, but just it's not important to me to know what's going on in your life, you feel me? So it was a culmination of a lot of these things. And I went on my new Instagram because I'm gonna be deleting it, not like probably like sometime after, when it hits January 1st, sometime then. But I made like a post because I was going through one of my posts. I only have a few posts up, but my oldest post is of me, and I'll show y'all. My oldest post is of me moving into my new crib, and like for the first time, and I'm just thinking about like why that means so much to me. And I feel like everybody, it means a lot for people for different reasons, and I feel like I fall under that umbrella of like I've never had my own space, you feel me? Even where I'm at now, this is the room that I used to sleep in, but I mainly lived with my grandmother. And you feel me, from sharing a bed to like even coming here not having my own space, like a lot of the stuff in this room was is not mine, you feel me? And it wasn't for a long time. So it was just like, and then just, you know shit with like family and shit like that, like this not really being a safe space for me. um so a lot of things culminated to why like that felt so good. Like I mean, I can't explain it, but I'm just thinking back to it, and it's just like it felt amazing for so many reasons, like all those reasons I just mentioned. But like to finally have a place where I can free myself mentally, like you don't understand how much you need these things until you experience them. Like, and I feel like that really solidified that for me, you feel me? Like, for example, if you're an NBA player, you feel me, and let's say I'm a really good basketball player, I can be as good as I want, and I can empathize or have a sense of like what it is to be in the NBA, but I will never know that unless I experience that myself. You get what I'm saying? You will never truly know what it feels like to have your own crib and be able to internalize that until you experience that yourself. So what I noticed, like when I first moved, and I'm gonna read to y'all the little passage that I had wrote, because now I want to treat. I'll get into that. I don't lose my train of thought. But what I realized when I first moved is like something happened where like, and it wasn't like a conscious thing. Like it was something like subconscious. Like it's something that I can't really explain how it happened, but I feel like I know why. I just had so much mental space. It's like all the things that I needed to worry about in this environment, like somebody stealing my stuff, or just getting into argument. Is this person trying to manipulate me? Is this person trying to do this, and that? You get what I'm saying? Like all the stuff I had to worry about in this environment. Like, you feel me? All of the toxicity and just like stuff that was going on in his crib, like all of the stuff that I had to worry about, I didn't have to worry about anymore. So obviously I felt that and I was excited to experience that, but like experiencing it was crazy. Like that first year, especially the first couple months, it was just like so many things opened up. Like I started gravitating. I received so much information because that was when the panoramic happened and the shutdown happened. You feel me? TikTok was booming. Everybody was sharing all this amazing information, how to heal yourself, wellness, and all of this. And that was the first time in a long time where like I was just consuming so much, but not in a negative way. Like it was just a matter of like all the things that I wanted to expand my mind into, all of the awareness, all everything that I wanted to do. It just kind of just started happening. You feel me? Subconsciously, like, and it started to reflect my reality. And I feel like that was because I took the initiative. You feel me? And I had the space to now. You feel me? Meaning, all those things, those negative things that I had to worry about that was taking up mental real estate was now gone. So now it was like all this extra memory in a sense was ready and it was abundant and it was a beautiful thing. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna read this because I feel like I lost my train of thought. But I'm gonna read this passage. But I was saying all of that to say like, as one does towards the end of the year, I was reflecting, but I was reflecting on that moment and what that meant for me. You feel me? And also, I want to use social media as a tool to further rediscover myself and express myself. So like, I made my page private because I've always had it like that. Like a long time ago I had it like that for a long time when Instagram started, and then when I started doing social media I switched it. So now this is more so dedicated for the people that I am interested in, like following their lives, like my current friends who have turned into family members and stuff like that. Just like people I want to see what's going on with them day to day, that I support, that they support me, you feel me, and stuff like that. That's where I want to keep it. I don't really want anybody to have access to it, you feel me. It's just kind of like one of those pockets for me, so that's how I want to curate it. But I'm gonna read y'all what I said and then we just gonna touch on it, you feel me. But I put 2018, 2020. I got my first apartment, something I have desired for myself for years, and my voice is still coming back. Finally took a leap and moved across country. Despite all of the noise of people telling me I shouldn't, I took a chance on me. I learned so much from this experience that I would never trade for anything. I had highs and lows throughout this journey. I proved to myself that I can handle anything thrown my way, and most importantly, that I am worthy of it. In life, you won't always make the right decisions, and sometimes it'll feel like you can't miss. Never lose sight through the good and the bad of the present moment. Realize, though it is temporary, that is the beauty in life. Enjoy the time, memories, moments you have right now. Speak to that girl, travel to a different country, expand your knowledge. Leave this vessel empty, knowing you have explored all parts of you. You feel me? Like, sometimes when I be writing certain shit down, and this does not even feel like, I feel like I've written things down, like, and I've been like, damn, like, where does that come from? But that's what's so beautiful about it, and that's why I didn't want to make a video unless I felt this, I was in this energy. You feel me? Because I wanted to leave y'all with something raw and uncut for going into the next year on some positive shit, not just necessarily like, yo, it's new year, new me. Like, just on some shit that you could take with you. You feel me? And hopefully help you on your journey. But I want to talk about a couple of things. I'm gonna go paragraph by paragraph and just kind of touch on it a little bit. Not gonna go too crazy. But the first one, we're saying, like me just explaining that I moved across country despite the noise. It was a lot of people, whether it was family or friends, saying that I shouldn't do it, or just saying that I should think about what I'm doing or whatever, and that didn't believe that I was doing it. Like, there were people that I was friends with actively that didn't believe I was gonna do it, and I genuinely felt like there were people that generally didn't show it but felt that as well. But that's also why I didn't really tell nobody until it was time. You feel me? But and I put at the end, I took a chance on me, and that's something that I have never shied away from. I've always bet on me. You feel me? Like, my intuition has never led me astray. You feel me? Anytime that I have, excuse me, anytime that I have doubted, damn, these burps. I had some good food earlier, but we ain't gonna get off track, bro. But anytime that I have doubted anything, when I come back to my intuition and I just sit with myself and I really like feel through those emotions, like, is this something that I need to do, or is this something that I don't need to do? You feel me? And back then I was still impatient. You feel me? That was something that I was actively working on during that time. Like, I remember being present and being like, this is something that I wanna get better at. You feel me? Being a patient person. You feel me? Like, that was very like, that move and everything was very like fast. Like, it was very much me, but, and I don't regret it, but that was just me kind of just saying, like, you know, like, I blocked out the noise. Like, people are always going to tell you what it is you need to do. Ultimately, you have to sit with yourself and know, like, is this the right time for me to take that step, or do I need to step back? Never go off people's projections, because they're telling you from their point of view. You feel me? Nobody is you. Nobody has your vision. Nobody has your will. You feel me? Nobody is you. Ultimately, you know yourself best. And if you feel like you don't, then there's always different ways where you can develop a stronger voice within yourself. You feel me? And that goes with taking risk. I feel like taking risk is the biggest thing, because even if you fail, you know now, like, okay, this is not for me. This is for me. You get what I'm saying? And then you just build in this I forgot what I used to call it, but you're just building this consistency with yourself, and now you're able to know, like, okay, I can do this. The reason why I have the confidence to just uproot, go across country, you feel me, and get an apartment and stuff like that, is because there's so many things. There's an infrastructure and foundation I have of me being able to figure things out on the fly, me taking risks and them working out in my favor, and a whole bunch of other things. You feel me? I built that reputation with myself. You feel me? So it was easy to make that decision, and it wasn't a risk for me as it would be for somebody else, because I know what I'm capable of, and I have the experience to know that, okay, this can work out for me. You feel me? And then hold on, y'all. Hold on. Damn, I ain't want y'all to see all of that. You feel me? We on the last leg of like just getting like inflammation out and stuff like that. But anyway, and then as far as the second paragraph, I was just saying that I learned so much from this experience. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Through the highs and lows, I proved to myself that I can handle anything, and most importantly, I was worthy. I think the biggest thing that, and I feel like we all experience this, when there's this goal you have on a pedestal, and I kind of talk about that in other videos, but when you have this goal or this desire that you want to achieve so bad, and you finally get there, you're like, wow, I could have been did this. You feel me? You kind of laugh, because you're like, wow, I could have really been did this. You feel me? Like, I could have achieved this. But one, you don't want to live in the past, and you also don't want to live in like regret, like, oh damn, I wish I would have did this. Nah, it's a reason why you didn't do it then. And yeah, you could have survived and, you know, thrived and stuff and figured it out then, but it's a reason why you didn't do it then. You feel me? And it's a reason why you're doing it now. So just kind of focus on that. And also, like I said, most importantly, I was worthy of it. This was a time where I felt like I was finally walking in my power. Like, I was taking back control of my life. Because there was a lot of, I'm not a negative person, but I would say, was a good amount of just like negativity around me, but not, it's hard to explain that, because not in like a day-to-day out basis, but like just in my environment, like in this crib, like the negativity alone is just like, and then just what is around you is just like, all of that plays into a factor. So like I told y'all, that mental real estate was me mainly like fighting that off and trying to shield myself from that as much as possible, while trying to develop myself as a person and move forward and step away from that. You get what I'm saying? So it was just like, you giving so much energy to like just block yourself off from that, and at the same time you're trying to propel up. So think about like, I'm climbing a tree and I'm holding on to a rope with all my baggage or stuff like that, and you feel me, and I'm close to getting up to the tree, but I have to let go of all that baggage, but I can't let go just yet. You feel me? That might not have been the best example, but You get what I'm saying? You feel me? And I was just in this place where I'm just like, yo, I'm worthy of it. Like I went hard, bro. Like I was working at Nike. The amount of sneakers I was reselling and flipping to be able to provide myself that life, and have an opportunity to move across the country and get my own place in general is a gift. You feel me? Like, and I do not take that shit for granted. Um, and I'm so grateful that I applied myself. You feel me? And it's funny enough, like before the move, I was first of all I was saving up. How it started is I wanted to start saving my bread in general, right? Because I already had this, I think, this idea in my mind lingering. But also I was about to go on a vacation, like a couple vacations, so I just wanted to save up my bread, so I had money for those vacations, but I also had money coming back just to have. You feel me? And what turned out happening is like ended up not going on any of the vacations, obviously because the panoramic, but other factors played in. You feel me? I didn't make it out the group chat, but other factors played in, and I didn't go. And I ended up just saving that money, and then I just started saving more and more and more, and then I was just like, yo, I'm gonna get my own crib. You feel me? I've always wanted to move to California. I've always wanted to live in LA. Mainly because of the weather and other reasons too. Like I resonated with a lot of West Coast stuff, like music and just the vibes. And I visited LA a year prior to me moving there too, so I had a good experience. So I was like, yo, I want to move. I want to move there. You feel me? The weather is gonna be nice every day. That was my biggest thing. Like I realize now that I have a seasonal depression. Like not at this moment, but um that's what I was going through. Like I never wanted to leave New York. Like when it was cold, I wouldn't work. Like I wouldn't really last long at jobs. I used to get sick really bad, like during the winter time, like a couple times, and that cost me like a job and stuff like that before. But it was just like you feel me? I just didn't like the cold. Like anything cold I didn't like. But anyway, fast forward, like I just wanted to do that, and I ended up saving all this bread. um oh yeah, I could do that. I end up saving that. I end up saving just more, you feel me, than I had anticipated, and then I just kept rolling with it. But moving on to the third paragraph, you feel me, it was just like I was just saying that you won't always make the right decisions. Sometimes it can feel like, you won't always make the right decisions, and sometimes it can feel like you won't miss. Never lose sight of the good, quote unquote bad, of the never lose sight of the good and the bad, quote unquote, of the present moment, and realize that it's temporary, and that is the beauty of life. Not just throughout that journey, even now, like I don't really consider things necessarily good or bad. It's just an experience, and you align with what you want to align with. You feel me? So you decide what is good and you decide what is bad in this life. You feel me? And then I think there's a third option where there's like the what the people as a whole, the collective, what we deem to be good and bad. You get what I'm saying? But ultimately, I think we all decide what that is and what that means to us on a day in day out basis. You feel me? So um and also saying that that's the beauty of life. Like when I look back, even right now, I'm reflecting with y'all on this moment, and it's just like I look back, like I'm looking at the picture. I can't. My Instagram isn't loading and stuff like that, so I can't show y'all. But I'm just looking at the picture, and it's of me signing the lease, and I just remember like I really did that. Like I really did that. Like the sun was shining. I'm so glad I captured that moment too, bro. Um, the landlord, not the landlord, the business, the building, business manager, whatever. The building manager took that picture for me. Um, but I just remember being like, damn, like this is like I really did this. Like I'm doing it. You feel me? It's no longer like I want to do it, or I can't wait to do it. One day I'm gonna do it. I did it. You get what I'm saying? And I was so proud of myself. And I did that at the age of 24. You feel me? And I felt like at that point that was way too late for me. You feel me? Like, and in reality, I look back and I'm like, nah, Kenny, that's not. You feel me? I did end up turning 25 by the time I moved in, but like I did all of that and was putting in that work, prior to that. But so it was just like to have experienced that, you feel me? It was just dope, you feel me? But and then lastly, I was just like, enjoy the time, memories, moments you have right now. Speak to that girl, travel to that country, expand your knowledge. Leave this vessel empty, knowing you explored all parts of you. that whole first sentence is really about like, yo, just take the risk, bro. And whatever that is, that looks different for all of us. Like for me at that moment, according to other people, not really me, but it was moving cross country. You get what I'm saying? Now in my life, it's my whole business. Um, if for some reason it's the first video y'all seeing of me, you feel me? I have my own business and stuff like that, um, and that's doing well. But you know, at the time, like even that was a journey within itself. Like me selling everything to come back to an unstable environment and start the business. You get what I'm saying? So even that was like that was my risk. So that's gonna change for you, um, and that's okay. And other people might not deem it a risk, or they might deem it. It don't matter. It's just what if this is gonna help you elevate to where you want to be, then it's something you need to do, and you just need to look at it like that. Like you feel me? No ifs, ands, or buts. Like if this is gonna take me to where I want to be, like whether it's getting my own crib or doing this, and that, then I need to take that next step. You feel me? And then the last part is just like leaving this vessel empty. You feel me? Like knowing that you explored all parts of you. Like even me reading that, like even if you were to, um, you feel me? God forbid, leave this world right now. You feel me? Right? If you are in the process of doing everything that you love and you're living in your truth, then I'd like to think that you left this world empty. Like obviously we all have a roadmap and we have goals and milestones and checkpoints that we want to hit. But I'm in a place right now where I'm doing things, and I know that there's more that I could do, because if I have a feeling of like, damn, if I left now, I'd have a little bit of regret because I didn't do that or I didn't do this, and that's cool. You feel me? That's cool, to acknowledge and to know that that's just your soul's way of speaking to you and letting you know, like, all right, at least be in the process. So God forbid if that was to happen, you put it all out there. You left everything on the table. You feel me? You left this world empty. You feel me? And I was watching. I remember that came up. That last sentence came up because I remember a clip of somebody talking about somebody saying, paraphrasing something along those lines. Like I think it was a producer, and just saying like, yo, you want to like leave this world empty. Like you don't want to. He was mentioning another producer, like this producer had this producer has all these beats available, and you feel me, for people to use and for people to find, because they left everything out. They're not hoarding that music, they're not hoarding that, they giving it all back to the world, something along those lines. And I was just like, damn, like, you feel me? I just remember that moment sticking out. And then I guess that leads me to like overthinking. Like even with this video, I was overthinking. I was like, damn, I really want to leave y'all with something before the year's over, especially because I haven't posted on this main channel in about a year. And I was like, damn, I really want to like just leave them with something. I feel like there's something I want to say, but I don't really know yet. And then I just relinquished all like pressures of that. You feel me? That's another thing that's been helping me this year. But just relinquishing that, like, okay, if that's something you desire, just keep that in mind, plug it into your subconscious, keep it in motion, but don't harbor on it. Like, don't, I'm not gonna get out my notepad and write things down, or like, I wanted whatever this conversation turned out to be organic. You feel me? And I wanted it to be from a place of love, and I wanted it to help anybody and everybody, like, just not in the sense of like I said earlier, not in the sense of like new year, new me, but just help people with their journey as they're going through this next year and years to follow. Like, you feel me? Through my experience, that's what I love about YouTube. It's you. You feel me? Like, or at least that's what it should be. Like your experience, your journey. And yeah. But as far as the overthinking, I want to say like the biggest thing with that is, like I was mentioning earlier, let's get back on track. Like I was mentioning earlier, just I didn't want to be in a place where I was just writing the notes down, like, oh, I gotta do this, let me make an outline, let me talk about this. I didn't want it to be like that. You feel me? I just stopped the overthinking process, and meditation and other things, journaling helps me with that as well. But also, I just told myself like, yo, when you feel it, just act on it. You feel me? And when I had moved to Atlanta, and I was like on my celibacy journey, and I was just focused. I didn't go out for a year. I didn't smoke. I didn't do a lot of things. I didn't drink for a year, which ultimately turned out to me never drinking again. You feel me? At least as of right now, like I don't think I'll ever drink again, honestly. But point is, that year I told myself that I was going to, whatever I felt or whatever needed to be done, I was going to do it. So simple things is like I have clothes on the floor right now. If I saw those and I thought to myself, or even if I didn't think to myself, like, yo, these could go in the hamper, I was about to say dumpster, these could go in the hamper, I would just do it right then. You feel me? And then that kind of trickled an effect where I was just acting in the now, and I wasn't worried about, like, I wasn't allowing other thoughts or negativities or anything to influence that decision. You get what I'm saying? And that helped me build momentum, and like I said earlier, that reputation within myself to now be like, okay, if I'm thinking about, let's say, a video idea, or I'm working on a video idea at the time, or now I'm working on my brand and stuff like that, I'm not second guessing it. You feel me? I'm not creating designs thinking, oh, I need to do what's trending, or I need to do this person, would this person like it, would this person wear it? You feel me? I'm just creating from a place of love. You feel me? I'm not plugging any sort of um ideology into it, or like damn, hold on. I had to get a bevy on it. Hold on. Ooh, sour sop and strawberry. If you know, you know. But I'm not, like I was saying earlier, I'm not allowing anything negative to filter through and alter that decision I have that came from a place of love and just a connection to source, and just, you feel me, this untapped flowing energy. You get what I'm saying? I'm not letting anything interrupt that. And as I started to do that more and more, I started to, like I said, build that consistency. I'm sitting on my pencil. Build that consistency and that reputation with myself to be like, to trust myself in those decisions more. Now, when I create a design or anything like that, I don't ever set time away to create a design. You feel me? Maybe to fine tune it, but I never set time to create. You get what I'm saying? I just let that. I trust in myself and my ability that I experience life, and that I'll get inspiration from something and it'll spark an idea, and I'll create it. I'll write it down and create it, and that has been my experience. You get what I'm saying? So I guess what I'll leave y'all with is, there's gonna be a lot of, I know you might put a lot of pressure on yourself, especially going into the first half of the year. I know how it is because I used to do that. But just start day by day. You get what I'm saying? Don't focus on oh, I want to do this or I want to do that. Just literally take it day by day. You feel me? Like, I plan everything that I do on a weekly schedule. But it took a minute for me to do that. You feel me? It took a minute for that to be easy for me. You feel me? For that to be a part of me and my routine. And have grace for yourself. Like, going into the new year, you might have fitness goals. You might want to start a business. You might want to travel more. Whatever your goal is, just have grace for yourself. You feel me? And know that it'll get easier as time goes on. And just put a plan in place. You feel me? Like, today is the 31st. I'm literally going to be, at some point in January, I'm going to be like, or the early half of January, of course, I'm going to be putting like a whiteboard together and just planning out my quarter. You feel me? But I wasn't, a year ago, I wouldn't have been able to do that. You feel me? 2 years ago, even way back, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I just had an idea like, yo, I'm going to do that. Because usually I do week by week. I don't like going too far in advance. But since it's a little bit different now, since I have a business, it's a little bit more structured. And I have a vision. My vision is more clear because of everything I told y'all. Like the time that I put in to get it to that point. So now I feel called to do a quarter, I guess you could say a vision board, low key, by quarter, of my expectations and my goals. And I don't even know what they are now. Like, I feel it, but until I put that whiteboard in front of me and I start writing, it's just gonna come out. Like, and I know that's just how it's gonna be because that's what I feel. You feel me? So ultimately, I would say build that relationship with yourself, build that intuition up with yourself, and then everything else will just become easier. But If you watch through this, shout out to y'all because I'm not editing this. I'm literally about to post this right now for y'all. But if you watch this, I hope you got gain some gems from this. Like, you feel me? Life is literally what you make it. I know we hear that all the time, but it literally is. You feel me? Like, if you desire to have a fruitful life, then you will. If you desire to have a negative life, then you will. You feel me? But I'm about to literally just throw this on the timeline and pop this up for y'all. Um, I hope you gain something from this. You feel me? And I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all in the new year.